5 youths who were allegedly abducted by the People's Liberation Army of China near the McMahon line in Arunachal Pradesh's Upper Subansiri were released today in Anjao district, around 1,000 kilometers away. The youths were handed over to the Indian Army by the People's Liberation Army after completing necessary formalities. Tezpur-based defense spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Harsh Vardhan Pandey said. All 5 of them will now be placed under quarantine for 14 days as per COVID-19 protocols and thereafter be handed over to their family members. Union Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju, who also represents the Arunachal West Lok Sabha constituency, has also confirmed the handing over of the 5 youths. The development comes amid a prolonged border face-off between India and China in eastern Ladakh. The youths who went hunting on 2nd of September were allegedly whisked away by the Chinese troops from Sera 7, an army patrol zone located around 12 kilometers further north of Nacho in Upper Subansiri district. Eastern Naga Students Federation ENSF has rejected Nagaland Staff Selection Board NSSB Regulation 2020 and placed few demands for incorporation in NSSB contents and preview considering the current condition of Eastern Nagas. In a memorandum to Chief Minister Neefu, Federation's President Sipili L. Sangtam and General Secretary Imti Choba Chang also placed a 6-point charter of demands before the state government. Eastern Naga Students Federation demanded that the posts of chairman and 2 members should be rotated amongst the recognized Naga tribes of Nagaland on roster basis to maintain fair, justice and equality to all tribes. Further, it demanded that 45% posts should be exclusively earmarked for 6 tribes of Eastern Nagaland: Sangtams, Konyaks, Yimchungars, Kyamungens, Poms and Changs for 20 years till the 6 tribes were on par with the rest of the Nagas, after which this would be subject to review. Failure to do so would force it to reject Nagaland Staff Selection Board Regulation 2020 in total. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh handed over monetary assistance of Rs 525.9 lakh to 272 startup beneficiaries at the Manipur Startup Conclave 2020 organized by the State Planning Department in Imphaal's City Convention Centre. Beneficiaries included 8 in stand-up category, 5 in revenue stage and 259 in idea stage of the scheme. 3 rounds of selection of beneficiaries have been conducted so far since 2017-18 assistance provided to 877 startups. Manipur Startup Scheme was launched in 2017-2018 with the objective of building a strong ecosystem to nurture startups with an aim to drive sustainable economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities. A beneficiary can avail up to Rs 1 crore with 30% subsidy depending on the scale of their business. Apart from startup, the Chief Minister said these banks provided different loans to hundreds of hardworking and deserving people on state government's request. That's how the present government has been able to build up a sound ecosystem within a short span of time, the Chief Minister claimed. While laying the foundation of the Special Economic Zone at Sabroom yesterday, Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Deb threatened to take strict actions against certain media houses for spreading fake news regarding COVID-19 in the state. Some newspapers are publishing confusing news related to COVID-19 medical management, the Chief Minister said. Neither history will forgive them, nor will I forgive them. These media houses and newspapers are spreading fake news and scaring people, he said. The Chief Minister's comments come at the backdrop of heavy criticism the State Health Department has received and fingers being raised about the COVID-19 management in Tripura. With positive cases rising all across the nation, the COVID-19 status of northeastern states are: like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for all the latest news that matters and stories that inspire.